NFUS Scotland President Martin Kennedy got his test results back this week, and he wasn't happy. There were good results. A carbon audit in his farm showed that his business was very much contributing to carbon sequestration. But in the same week, some of the non-governmental organisations that are influencing agri-policy once again accused farmers in Scotland of being bad for the environment. So Martin called them out in a social media post that's been shared hundreds of times since, using some quite strong language. Carbon. In fact, by happy coincidence, in the same week where Mr Kennedy got his good results and complained that Scottish farming was being unfairly impugned by the environmentalists, ScotGov released its figures for carbon sequestration by the industry. And it turns out all of Scottish farming has been doing rather well. So anyway, this week's Scottish farmer is very much concerned with farming finally getting credit where it's due. So never mind the carbon, what about the food? What's becoming apparent at the moment is that Europe is supporting its farmers to keep producing food, for the very obvious reason that food security is now an issue. Maybe we forgot that. Unfortunately, the UK government has yet to match the kind of money that the Spanish, the French and the Germans are throwing at their farmers just to keep them producing. Still on Brexit, the UK government is getting pelleters from pig farmers due to the lack of border control we're still putting up against African swine fever. It's now at the border of France, this disease that could absolutely devastate the Scottish pig industry. And we're still not checking at the borders, which we have taken control of, by the way. Also in the news section this week, we have news of the dairy digital chain that's just been launched in Dumfries, which promises to make the area in the south of Scotland and the north of England into a magnet for dairy processing companies. Also in this week's news section, there's a surprising amount about vertical farming. As a variety of companies pop up and say, we can probably produce all the soft fruit and green leafy vegetables that Britain needs. If we do it indoors, we won't have to import it anymore. But of course, amongst all this politics and consumer stories and concerns about imports, exports and disease, the one thing that's on everyone's mind is the Highland Show soon. Preparations are in full swing at Ingliston, and in this week's paper we have a chat with Chairman-designate Jim Warnock, and next week's paper will be our big preview edition. So, it's countdown to the kiss parties, everybody.